I'm sure you've heard the news, prices are holding steady. But what's hiding beneath the surface? Here's what you need to know. July's consumer price index clocked in at 2.7%. That means on average, prices didn't jump much compared to last month. Good news for your wallet, right? But wait, dig a little deeper, and there's a twist. If you take out food and energy, which are super volatile, the so-called core inflation actually rose to 3.1%.
Stagflation is when three bad things happen at once. The economy stalls, low or no GDP growth. Unemployment rises or stays high. Prices go up. Hello, inflation. These don't normally happen together. Usually high inflation means the economy is booming. But in stagflation, you're stuck with the worst of both worlds. In July, US consumer prices rose 2.7% year over year, slightly less than expected. Sounds okay, right? But here's the catch. The CPI report doesn't include food or energy prices. Those are things everyday people spend on constantly, so the real impact feels worse. The CPI, or Consumer Price Index, does include check, housing check, apparel check, transportation check, medical care check, education check, recreation. So while it shows some inflation trends, it doesn't reflect your grocery bill or your GC. If the Federal Reserve, led by Jerome Powell, decides to cut interest rates to boost the economy, there's a risk. Lower rates can stimulate spending. Good. But they can also increase inflation. Bad during already high prices. And if inflation rises while growth stays weak, boom, stagflation risk increases. Stagflation is tough to fight. Raise rates. You hurt jobs. Cut rates. Inflation gets worse. That's why economists are watching inflation and job numbers very closely right now. So next time you hear CPI or interest rate news, pay attention. It could mean more than just numbers.
That suggests everyday stuff, from rent to medical care, is still getting pricier. Why does this matter? The Fed watches core inflation to decide if interest rates should go up or down. So, steady headline inflation doesn't mean we're totally in the clear. Bottom line, most prices are cooling off, but the stuff you can't avoid, still climbing. Stay tuned, because your paycheck's next move could depend on it.